So I haven't filmed a video in quite a long time, so I thought I'd get behind the camera today, even though I'm sick, you can probably tell. But I decided to film this double cut crease, kind of cat eye look. This was inspired by two makeup artists that I will list below, James Charles, and I can't remember the name of the other one, but I have a picture of her, and I will list her below also. But I loved creating this look. I love how it looks. I'm digging it. So I really hope you enjoy watching me create this. So if you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. So first I'm just taking the MAC Skin Base Visage Primer with a MAC 188. This is just great stippling brush and it's just great for applying my primer. Now I'm just taking my Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 122. I love this foundation. I haven't been using it for that long, but I really like it. It's great and it blends really easily. Now I'm just blending it in with a damp Real Technique sponge and using the flat side. My favorite combination of concealers lately has been the Maybelline Fit Me and the Too Faced Born This Way. So I use the Too Faced Born This Way first because it's a little bit lighter than I would want my concealer to be. And then I use the Fit Me on top because the Fit Me is like my own skin tone. So they really balance each other out. So I really like this combination and it's really great. Now I'm just going back in with the flat side of the damp Real Technique sponge again and blending everything in. And like I said, this blends completely flawless. It just blends so nicely. Lately I've been liking to use the Coty Airspun powder to set my face. I think it's perfect because it's not too white and it's not a very colorful powder. So it's just a great powder, and I'm taking the pointed side of the Real Technique sponge damp and I'm dipping it in there, and you can bake or just set with this powder, but right now I'm just setting and just pressing it into my concealer, and it sets it very flawlessly. And then just taking my MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation in the shade NC35 and a Sonia Kashuk blush brush. I'm going to apply this to the rest of my face. I like using the blush brush because it's a little bit fluffier and it doesn't like pack on the product. It just lightly dusts and sets. So I just like this product and this brush together, and it sets really nicely. Now I'm just going to prime my eyelids using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I prefer concealer over primers because it cancels out any discoloration of any kind. Now I'm going to be doing my brows, and I'm going through them with a spoolie to get them ready, and then going with the Benefit Kabrow in shade 4. I'm using an angled brush that you can find just anywhere, honestly, but I'm just going under, and then I comb with the spoolie. I comb my brows down and fill in the top. And I haven't done a brow video yet. I still have to get around to that, but for now, this is just how I do my brows. And honestly, don't worry if it's messy because I'm going to be cleaning it up anyways before eyeshadow, and you just do the concealer under the eyebrow, and you can do it over too, but I prefer to only do it under. But don't worry if it's messy because the concealer cleans everything up really nicely. And like I said, we're just going in with a nice concealer to clean up the brows. Now I'm going in with Brûlée from MAC. This is a nice cream base for the beginning of any shadow look. Now with Soft Brown from MAC, this is a great transition color. I'm just going to lay that in my crease to prepare for all of my shadows. Here I'm just taking Coty's Airspun powder again and sharpening up the edges of my shadows before I go in with more intense shadows so that when fallout happens it falls on the powder, then you swipe away everything together. Now I'm just taking Sandalwood from Huda Beauty's Rose Gold palette. This is just another transition color, but I love how it pairs with Soft Brown, so I'm just going to go in with that. Now with MAC's Saddle, this is another great transition color. Call this my 15th transition color, but it's actually a little bit different this time. It's a little bit deeper and more warm. I don't know, it adds a great definition to the crease. I love this color. Now with MAC's Swiss Chocolate, I'm going to be using this to deepen my crease. This is just a nice, honestly just a chocolatey shade. It's really pretty and I'm just using it to deepen the crease before we make the cut crease. Time to brush away all that powder and get rid of any possible fallout so that everything looks clean and sharp to prepare for the cut crease. And now we're cutting the crease with Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, one of my all-time faves. And we're just using an e.l.f. angled eyeliner brush to really get a precise cut. Then you're going to go in with any gel liner you want. I'm going in with MAC's right now. As you can tell, I'm a pretty big fan of MAC products, but this is just a nice creamy, I don't know, it's a great gel liner. So I'm just creating a cat-like effect, just like almost like a really thick liner to prepare for the double cut crease. Now I'm just filling in the edge of the cat eye with more gel liner to prepare for that ombre effect. And now I'm using Black Truffle from Huda Beauty's Rose Gold palette again, and this is just giving more of a soft, shadowy effect for the ombre. Now with MAC's Dancing in the Dark, this is a nice warm brown, and I'm just using that to more fade and ombre the look. Now we're just going back in with soft brown to further ombre and shadow fade the look. And now we're going in with MAC Pigment in the shade Naked. This is a very pretty vanilla shimmery color, and I'm just applying this on the inner corner to prepare for some metallic foiled shadows. Now using a mix of Honeylust and Amber Lights from MAC, I'm just packing on the foiled shadows. And then I'm going in with a mixture of first soft brown and then Swiss chocolate on my under eye, and then back in with Honeylust for my inner corner. I just did a little dusting of Honeylust on my brow bone for some shimmer. Now with my all-time fave Benefit Roller Lash, I'm just going to be generously coating my lashes in preparation for some falsies. And I highly recommend this if you don't have it, run out and get it right now. Now I'm applying flutter lashes in the style Slayla. These are very piecey, very cute, very flirty. I like them, but yeah, they're just really cute. And then I'm going to be applying some roller lash on my bottom lashes, like always. Now I'm just going in with the blush shade Rose Matte from this Bare Minerals Compact. I'm not really sure what it's called, but it's a really pretty packaging. It's a great little thing. But I put on a kind of a hefty amount today of blush. I don't usually put on a lot of blush, but I don't know, I was feeling it. It's cute. Now I'm going in with my favorite highlighter ever. This is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlighter. This is just absolutely stunning, and I love it on my skin tone, so it's perfect. Sorry if my voiceovers are a little weird. I'm not usually used to an all voiceover video, so I feel like they're ending really awkwardly, like not right. But you know, we're getting used to it. We're hopping on that train. We're getting used to it. ah. Now with the Sephora Collection bronzer brush, it's more of a packing style bronzer brush. I'm going with Benefit Hoola bronzer, my go-to, and I'm just doing this on my forehead. But then I realized it's a little bit too harsh of a packing, so I went in with my fluffier contour brush, also from the Sephora Collection, and just lightening it out, just making it more airy, you know. Then I'm just going in with two lip shades. First, NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Caro, I'm not sure. But it's a really great little nude shade. I like the formulation, and I just really like the color. And I usually layer it with other things, which in this case I am. And then I'm going on top of it with London Butter Lippy in West End Wonderland. It's like a nice gold gloss. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed that video. I loved making this look for you guys. So I really hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed watching me create this look. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.